that have come with it. We're going to run through the 2 downloads. So you've got the add-on file, 2.1 beta, and then there should be another download that you can see called Icon Renderer, and I'll walk you through that one in a second. So what we're going to do is jump straight into Blender, fresh scene, and just show you some of the new functions. Okay, let's go. So we've got our fresh blend scene. I'm not going to go through installation because you guys know how to do that already. If you don't, there's already a video on that which I'll link up here somewhere. So let's enable True Sky. And something that you might already see when we enable it is we've got like these little buttons, and we can see these little buttons here too. You'll also see that we've got a place sun by clicking, and we've also got a use sun lamp function. So let's run through what we see here in the main screen first. So let's run into just any old, and let's just set up the default. And as you can probably see, it's running quite fast. The reason for that is because we've built a or redone our shader so that it's slightly more optimized. And if we go to our performance panel, we can see that we've got an option called True Speed enabled. You can see here, this rendering samples is okay. When we enable that, it's much quicker. This is enabled by default, and there's a little bit of information on that there, but it's enabled by default. It does take away a little bit of accuracy, but not so much that it will affect the overall image quality. So let's jump back into Sky. First one that we're going to look at is this place sun by clicking function. Really easy to do. We just click this button, and then we drag our mouse into the 3D viewport anywhere, and then just click, and you'll see the sun is now placed where we've clicked it. And let's do that again. You can see the sun is placing where we click it. If we click it below the horizon, then it will go into nighttime mode. And if we click it above the horizon, it goes into daytime mode, and we can click it wherever we want and give ourselves whatever look we want. And let's see if we go into our night panel. Let's just set clear night with something like this so that we can see this working too. I'm going to turn off the overlays, and I'm going to go back to Sky Day, and I'm going to set this to something like, I'm just going to click the sun to place. You can see the sun is now placed, and if we click it below the horizon, you can see it goes to nighttime. Click it on the horizon, it becomes transitioned between the two, so we've got day and night, which is pretty cool in your little function. So it allows you to, so let's say you've got a scene and you've got like some, let's say we've got some mountains here, and we want to blah 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 blah, put our sun in between them. We can just go boom, sun in between them. We're going to put our sun on the line just between the mountains. There we go, sun just there. Pretty cool. Right, so let's get rid of this. Oh, never really picked up on using the grease pencil too much, as you can probably tell. There's obviously a shortcut somewhere to get rid of all of that, but I don't know. So what else have we got? Use the sun lamp. This one's pretty neat. So you click use sun lamp, and the lamp has absolutely no power whatsoever, but what the sun lamp will allow you to do is position your sun in the 3D viewport. So let's add a mesh. We'll add a plane, and we'll scale that up by 5, and then we're going to add a just a UV sphere. Oh, I just hit it, and let's move it up there. So as we can see, we're looking at this, I'm like, hey, I don't want to go into rendered view, I just want to easily rotate my sun. So if we rotate it on the X by like 90 degrees, we can see that the sun is now moving that way. Let's move it up a little bit. And if we rotate it on the X again, let's bring it down, so we'll know that our shadow is casting that way now. And then if we want to rotate it like on the Z, you can see that our shadow is going to be casting this way. If we go back into rendered mode, boom, now you'll be able to see exactly which direction your sun is facing while in the non-shaded mode, which was a user request. Pretty cool. And obviously we've gone over the speed option. That really comes into play when we're like using clouds, for example. Let's enable clouds and let's cut a little area out so we can see that. And if we go to our volume presets and set it to balanced, and then we disable true speed, we can see just how slow that is in comparison. And if we enable true speed, super fast. And you can see obviously it's adjusting the ambient occlusion and things like that, and the global illumination, but it's one of the trade-offs for faster renders. And it works with every preset, so if you want to use the fastest volume preset with true speed, you can see that it's twice as fast, up to twice as fast, depending on your scene. If you don't have clouds in the scene, then it's not gonna, the performance, you're not gonna see a massive jump in. But when you've got more volumes in the scene, you will see a bigger performance increase. So let's get rid of our, what have I just done? Why is that a key map for some rubbish razor thing? Who knows? So next thing is presets, which is pretty cool. Let's get rid of our sun lamp. We don't want to use that right now. We'll just hide that. I'm going to place our sun here. Right, so what if you guys want to make your own presets? Because obviously we've made our own here and shipped it with some, but what if you've got a specific scene that you always like to use and you're sick of having to recreate it every time? Well, this is where that blend file from earlier comes in. What we can do is, when my mouse decides to play, here we go, what we can do is if we set up like our sun at this level, and then we want to increase the air in the sky, and then we want to increase maybe the dust a little bit, and maybe we want to enable some hue and saturation values and make the sky green. What we can do now is we can save this whole thing as a preset by clicking the Save Custom Preset or Create Custom Preset button. And we're going to save you as green sky. I'm going to click OK, and then you'll see green sky appears here. Well, it's got no icon, which is pretty useless. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into new blend file, this one, and I'm actually going to close that and restart it. And True Sky Icon Renderer, so that now our preset is here. Now what we can do, don't need to do anything, just click your preset, and then we're going to hit F12 to render. So we're going to render that preset out, and you can see this is what the icon's going to look like. And then we click Alt S to save. So we just click Alt S to save, and then we're just going to save it somewhere logical like green sky icon. Okay, save that as an image. We're going to save it as a JPEG because we don't need all of that. Save that as an image. Now what we can do is, even in this scene, we can just go to Edit, Preferences, and True Sky. Open this up, and then with your scroll down in the preferences, with this one selected, the one that you've just made, you can click Change Icon. We're going to go to our desktop. We're going to grab the icon that we just made. That's our now icon. We just save those preferences, and then when we don't save this, we don't need to save that. If we don't save, and let's open up a new thing. Now when we go to True Sky, we can see that our new icon is there. Pretty cool. And the same applies for all of these. So if we wanted to create a new sort of atmosphere type, we can go increase that, increase that, increase that, whatever it's going to be. Create a new icon, custom, create a new preset, sorry, for atmospherics, custom atmos. And then if we go back to clear, we can see that. If we go back to custom atmos, boom. And it's the same for all of these. Binary doesn't have any presets available, but your haze and your fog also. Oh, excuse me. Sky settings doesn't have any except for like sort of the non-actual brightness and things settings, but you can save all that using this custom night preset. So that, I believe, is everything for True Sky 2.1. We've launched that as a beta. It's been tested for the past 4 or 5 weeks, 3, 4 weeks maybe. So it's been being tested, but we're launching it as a beta so that you've got a version to roll back to if nothing works, because we are going to be at BlenderCon this week. So we won't have the opportunity to necessarily address any fixes that need doing. So we hope you all understand that. Install the add-on like you normally would. Just download version 2.1 beta, download the icon render blend too, and then you use that just to render out icons for any presets that you create. That's it for this video. If any of you need anything, you can find us in the Discord. We will still be active in the Discord as much as we can during the 3 days in the conference. But we are also giving a talk on the Friday, so we might be a little bit busy on the Friday and might not be able to respond to everyone. Other than that, I hope you find the changes to your satisfaction. If you've got any suggestions or anything that you want us to look at doing in the future, jump in the Discord, let us know. And you can leave some suggestions on YouTube, but please be aware on YouTube we can't offer as best support as possible just because of the way the platform's built. So if you need any support, messages on Blender Market, messages on Discord, and we'll get back to you as fast as we can. Okay, have a great week all, and we will see you possibly at BlenderCon if you're there. If not, we'll see you in the Discord or on YouTube. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.